And indeed, very good morning to you. Many thanks for joining us. This is Galaxy TV News R. My name is Tife Tanimomo. The federal government has approved the Ministry of Petroleum Resources memo for the NNPC Limited to execute a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with ECOWAS for the construction of the Nigeria-Morocco gas pipeline. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timiper Silva, announced this as part of the resolutions reached at Wednesday's Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. This gas line will take gas to 15 West African countries and to Morocco, and through Morocco to Spain and to Europe. Also, the Council has set up a special effort to look at the sectors of the economy that are not growing and also to look at how to grow other sectors better. This follows a review of the report from the Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning for the first quarter of 2022 GDP report. The report shows that the Nigerian economy has grown by 3.1% in the first quarter of 2022, which growth shows a gradual economic stability from the recession witnessed in 2020. Meanwhile, the Executive Council approved the Nigerian Police Trust Fund to award different developmental contracts with a total sum of 8.1315 billion naira for projects aimed at improving the effectiveness and efficiency of the Nigerian police force. It also approved the supply and installation of the emergency restoration system for 230 kVA and 132 kVA transmission lines for ongoing rehabilitation works in Lagos at the sum of $968,000.
Thank you, gentlemen of the press. Today, the Ministry of Petroleum Resources presented 3 memos to Council. The first memo, Council approved for the NNPC Limited to execute an MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding, with ECOWAS for the construction of the Nigeria-Morocco gas pipeline. This pipeline is to take gas to 15 West African countries and to Morocco, and through Morocco to Spain and Europe.
Gentlemen, today the Federal Executive Council took a report from the Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning of the first quarter 2022 GDP report. So I know that this report has been out in the media from Monday last week, but because we didn't have fact last week, we presented it only today. The report shows that the Nigerian economy has grown by 3.1% in the first quarter of 2022.
I'm very happy to report today that the Federal Executive Council has approved for the Nigerian Police Trust Fund to award contracts for the supply of 82 operational vehicles of Toyota brand for the efficient operation of the Nigerian police at the total cost of 2.2 billion naira.
Subsisting contract of a substation in Katsina and line base at Kumboso in Kano. And the variation sum is only on the onshore component of the contract, which has an offshore and onshore component, as usual with electricity contracts.